Hello and welcome back to an evening in the long dark. My name is Michael Batman Guy, and today we are in the cave, the first cave inside Timberwolf Mountain. And whoop, not that way. Let's try to not fall and break our neck. Ah, yes, that's right. Gotta walk across this path of boulders here very carefully. Make our way through. Excellent. And I'm picking up right where I left off. Haven't even taken the time to stop and heat my tea, although I kind of wish I had. It's getting cold now. Look at this. Handy dandy firewood. I'm going to take that with me. Branch, you can stay. You're just a load of sticks. It's not all that fantastic. And a piece of coal. I'll definitely take that too. And I think... have I gone back up a ways? Yeah, okay, so this reaches down and then back up and then back up. This one is fairly horizontal, I would say, as far as net elevation is concerned. In fact, it might be a loss in the direction I'm going. Anything over here in this dead end? No, just more branches. We'll leave those. I am going to have to lighten my load. As I said, there are at least 3 ropes that one must climb to get to the top of the mountain, at least to start with. I believe you can drop a short cut and get that down to... No, you can't actually. Nope, it's always going to be at least 3. Some of them you can just make closer to the hut in the crystal lake than others. Oh dear. See, even in this nice little cave, this guy is not warm enough. New dog food. Good. I will eat that eventually. Let's see. I think this way? Yes, there it is. Okay. Alright. Get closer here. I'm gonna go ahead and I believe there's one more branch, right? Yeah, if you had picked the other way near the dead guy, that'll take you to it as well. These caves are not that confusing. They're rather forgiving in that sense. So let's pop out, see how we're doing here again. Because of the temperature, which is actually getting better. It's getting darker, running out of daylight, but I would like to warm up just for a bit. So I'm gonna put this down and we're gonna take a short nap just to raise my temperature here. Should also restore a tiny bit of condition. Are we out of the hypothermia? No, still at 17. For the sake of daylight, however, we must keep moving. We're going to drink a soda, all the same condition. Keep the water up. Again, I'm not too worried about stomach. I'm not going to intentionally starve my character all day, but you know, something like this where it's the late evening, I'm not going to worry about filling it back up since you are able to recover a lot more condition from rest on a full stomach than you really lose throughout the day from being hungry. And some people like to rationalize that in-game by saying, oh, it's a rationing technique, and it does kind of make sense, so I'm not opposed to it. I know some people don't like breaking the immersion that way by playing to the mechanic, as opposed to, well, if you were really there, would you really be starving yourself all day and cramming food in your mouth at night? Because I'm not sure that human metabolism really works that way. So I believe you sleep better not on a full stomach, or your intestines aren't doing all that work. This is not the way we actually want to go, but there are some resources over here, so it is worth making the pit stop. just to check. Is it? No, yes, I guess it is. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other direction. This cave is like the outdoor cave. Right? It's called cave. It's not dark, it's just enclosed. Thinking of it. That way is not the way we want to go. Because that will require climbing a rope that is not there yet. There's lots of firewood here. Start a fire. Another
Nobody needs this anymore.
knife. Let's check the container. Some crackers. You know what's great about crackers? They will never degrade. So I'm going to leave those here as an emergency ration. You know, I'm also going to drop off. Let's drop 2 gallons of water. So I really need to cut the weight. I'd like to bring firewood with me because I may need to start fires. We can drop that. That's heavy. What else can we leave behind here? A lot of canned goods that need to be eaten, so let's put some things back in the container. I think that makes a little bit more sense. By weight, the dog food is heavier. Condensed milk, although condensed milks are really good. Really good to have. Let's put some tomato soup. There's going to be a whole lot more up further. And I believe we have the rope with us, so I think I'm going to put that one up there. I only really need one of these, like, ever. I've never broken a can opener. And this, mostly because by the time you get your cooking skill high enough, you don't need a can opener. So you just leave them behind. And I've got to pick something. Okay, if I can drop down to put the extra ski jacket and these awful scarves and gloves and things. Right, and we don't really need these vests at all. And okay, we'll put 1 piece of firewood. Now we'll do 2 because our max is going to go down as we tire out. Can I even make it there? There is another cave. It's an outdoor cave. It's not an inside cave. Over at the other side. So let's see what we can do over there. I might have to... You know what? Just changed my mind on that firewood. I'm thinking I'm going to have to burn it. So we have plenty of firewood over here. We're going to take... Right, we got that pile that came there already. So we're going to leave that one there. And take this with us. So I think we're going to have to stop. And... oh no, not snow. Do not need snow. Why are you doing this to my game? We're going to have to make our way over here. Go around the long way to where the current rope is already in place. It does amaze me that these ropes are fully intact and they will not break, unlike the one from the story mode. That is a unique plot-relevant event. Don't ever be afraid of those snapping on you. I did grab those old man's beard before, right? I'm gonna grab a couple more. Just so I actually have enough to make the wound dressing, since that is a million times better than the antiseptic. One, it's all natural, for those of you that are into that sort of thing. More importantly, gameplay-wise, they weigh almost nothing, and they function exactly the same. So, carrying around a giant bottle of antiseptic is heavy. A couple old man's beard wound dressing, super lightweight. And that's going to make all the difference, especially with all the climbing that's going to be required. And yeah, see, temperature dropping. There's our rope. But I'm not going to make it up there in this condition. I need to find a place to take a nap. And I'd like to try in the middle of the night. Depends on the temperature. which is going to depend on the weather. Naturally, it's going to be colder at night. Our lantern can provide us a little bit of heat. We do have a lot of fuel to burn through. Again, I'm not worried about burning extra calories from running. And there's our cave, right next to this double tree here. So we'll take refuge back here. And, oh look, they even provided some additional firewood. I was worried for nothing. Forgot this was here. Okay, we're just gonna tuck ourselves into the back here. Oh, this is a good sign. Look, we are warming up, even without fire. That's fantastic news, actually. Now, of course, it's gonna drop colder throughout the night, but I can counteract that with the 3.9 bonus from the bedroll. So what I'm gonna do is chug a Summit soda, so we don't dehydrate, and we're gonna take a little test nap here. Sleep for 1 hour. See what that does for us. Go just a little bit at a time. If at any point we need to stop and build fire, we can do that. We even have accelerant in case of emergency. You can see feels like -1. Add 3.9 to that. That's positive. Awesome. So we'll do that again. And this is going to be a little bit repetitive, but I'm really trying to get the most out of my supplies as possible. So -2, still good, still gaining. And I want to get over halfway rested so that we can make it up there. Yeah, -3 with our bonus 3.9. That's barely positive. So this might be the last one before we need a fire. Yep, now it's -4 and our temperature is going down. Okay, so let's go ahead and build ourselves a little fire. Yeah, we can use the fire striker. Give us a better chance of success. Burn those stupid cattail heads. I never did find a book. Cedar fir stick is the best, or we could go for the accelerant for the guarantee. I don't think we need that yet. This is still only 60. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll make an attempt. The other guaranteed way would be to light the torch first, but that will actually require a match.
Come on.
So if you want to use the fire striker towards the fire, you're going to have to risk it, or use the accelerant, of course. But lighting the torch first, torch lights up guaranteed with a match every time. And then you can use the torch to start the fire, which doesn't give you a guaranteed start, but you can keep trying again and again with the same torch. Okay, add the fir firewood. Add that cedar too, because we don't like it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another drink the last soda here, mostly for the hydration. How soda is hydrating, I'm not sure. It's fluids, I guess. You don't really feel hydrated. Remember, part of what your body does with water is use it to remove other solvents. So if what you're taking in is already saturated with sugars, you're not going to be able to add much more to it to be removed when you expel waste. Alright, temperature is at a maximum. I'm going to go ahead and sleep for, yeah, let's do 2 more hours and get rest to a maximum. And then hopefully I should be able to make it up 2 ropes without a problem then. pick that up, and we will, yeah, we'll just chug some water here. We can put our lantern away, and it looks like I'm no longer encumbered. Good. We're going to take a torch from here. How many we got left? We're going to take an extra torch. So this is advanced techniques here. Taking additional torches with you. Snow is coming down. Our clothing is going to get a little bit wet. That's not a problem. The wind is not blowing. That is to our great advantage because it will not blow out the torch. Which means we get a little bit of warmth bonus from it. You're not going to be able to tell. Still got double down arrows there. But it's likely without the torch we would be looking at triple down arrows. So while the march through the evening is not ideal, I want to get there as fast as possible. I'm going to use up more resources trying to survive down here than I am if I get up to the summit quickly as possible, where I can recover condition much more easily. Although that first container put me in a pretty good spot. I was afraid this was going to be a disaster of a run. Just didn't think of that. I would love to pick up these carcasses you find here. See, look, free deer meat. Just sitting here, ready for the taking. Completely frozen, of course. But, oh, hey, there's an arrow there. Grab those, and the crow feathers, so we can make more arrows in the future. Gotta think long term. It's kind of the key to long-term survival is that you need to think about the long term, even from the very beginning. Short term, of course, has always been keeping warm. Next priority will then be food and drink. You can see, look, triple down arrows without that torch. Not good. Not good. But I think I'm going to go through, because I also have an extra flare on me. Pretty sure I do. I'll double check that when I get to the top here. I'm not going to worry about burning through lantern fuel at this point. Since, again, I anticipate finding lots of it up there. Real quick, under tools, yeah, look at all those flares. Right? Oh, see, they even appear here. So, we're gonna light the lantern and let that guide us, and that will fight the cold just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Clearly not enough. So I'm gonna have to really book it to the top, but without actually running, because I need to save my strength to actually make it up the rope. So remember when I said felt this run was actually going pretty well? That nice pea coat find? No. It's not going to make it that easy. So we're still fighting the cold, our number one enemy in the short term. It'll be our enemy for a long time, actually. So we pass by that rock, and that guides us over towards this rock where there is another container. I really don't have time to stop and hack this open, but I am going to anyways, because I have found clothes in here once before. So if it's all possible we can get additional clothing, we need to take it. Nuts. Bunch of junk. Well, I say junk. Useful things, but not usable right now. Come on. And tools. That's exactly what I didn't want to see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here. All the toolkits. The cured leather and rabbit hides. And what else? There's like a rifle cleaning kit somewhere? Yeah. 2 of those. And then the whetstones. That should do. Don't need that stuff. We can come back for it later. That is all, again, longer term survival items. I need to focus on short term. Focus on short term, but keep the long term in mind. Or, I suppose if those are long term items, I guess the extra torches I took from the fire, that's more of a medium term. But my goal is to get up and around here. We are now in the northeastern corner of the map. Still have not been outside where it's not freezing. I suppose I could have at the very beginning. Just leaving that cave, done a little bit of mapping. No, I wouldn't have been able to because it's dark. You can't map in low visibility conditions. So, yeah, there's a deer clearing off that way in the extreme corner, as well as another cave to hide in on this side of the rope. But I'm going to work my way up and around to the back of the mountain, up to the secluded shelf. I'm going to pop into that cave as the second true indoor cave, and the second of the reasonably warm. When I say warm, I just mean not cold locations on the map, where we will take a break between episodes and then continue on our way up to the summit. So our condition is not looking good, less than 50%, and of course continuously falling. Lose so much condition due to cold. I'm gonna grab another stick here if I can. It's not over encumbering me too badly. And making our way over here is a bit challenging. I got a little bit more visibility than I did last time I attempted it. But basically, you come up and around here, and you want to hang tightly, but not too tightly. It's a bit of an awkward. You got to go into the trees, through the trees, a little clearing. We're here to find this rope up here. Otherwise, you make your way all the way around the mountain, across the north side, end up back on the western edge of it.
Damn it. I'm so hungry.
I know you are. I know you are. It's okay. We will stop for a snack when we get inside. That's the important thing. I'm really glad. Was that this update or recently? There was a while when the tab conditions did not show the current fuel on your lantern. It will only pop up when you light and extinguish it. It's rather annoying. Here we go. There's our salvation rope, as it were. We have just enough energy to make it up there. It's gonna be a struggle. It is for sure going to be a struggle. So I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna munch on a granola bar, just so that stops bothering us while we're trying to do this. I said I would take a snack when we get inside. Can't really see the ledge, but I should get. Oh. Is there a ledge on this one? Maybe not. This is a short rope. Okay, good. Good. That was a nice, easy climb. Perfect. If you saw the little dot, the little white dot started to appear when I approached that rock, just because it always shows up when you're like actually looking at something. Oh, what a beautiful evening. It really is quite pretty. Guess we've got cloud cover. Alright, over here, there. Somewhere here is it. Get out my lantern. Everything just looks like rock. There's the cave entrance. Okay. Oh, we made it. Let's get inside.
Oh, I need to find.
And then, yeah, we'll need to find food. I've got some. It's just in cans. It takes time. That's why I went for the granola bar. If I didn't have a granola bar, I wasn't going to eat anything. But look at that. We are warming up. Excellent. So, what we're going to do now is cut the episode here. Again, I'm trying to keep these short and bite-sized, but just as thrilling every time. We book our way to the top of the mountain. You could totally start on the map at Timberwolf Mountain. Not even had too much run-in with wildlife. There was a bear at the beginning, and then a wolf, I think, on the way up here. So it wouldn't even have been too bad if you were in a true Interloper map. But I'm going to call it here. Stop wasting lantern fuel. And my name is Michael Batman Guy. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.